Hello and welcome to Ant Plays. This is episode 5 of my gameplay series called Neighbours Are Important. In the previous episodes we've seen the 6 towns across the centre of the map all get connected with a good passenger and mail network, and they've also all got a food supply, and the ones that are in desert have water being supplied so that they will all be able to grow. So our attention focuses on some other towns to make grow now, and I'm going to look at the area on the left of the map where there's this large lake. It's got a cluster of towns all around it. You can see 5 of them here. There's another one just to the south there, number 6. And there's one further over to the left, Rebrook Marsh, making number 7. So first of all, I'll need to build a dock in each of these towns. So let's get that down first. Live a town here, nice and straightforward, trying to capture as many of the buildings as I can. Same there for Little Drunbridge, Barbourne. Nanthead has a little bit of road right where I want to put my dock, so let's delete that and get the dock in there. Over here, Finstoke Common's got a good spot there. Now Teedingstone is a little more complex because it's not right by the water, so I'm going to have to extend the water in towards the town, like this. If I unpause the game, you'll see the water will start to creep in across that land that I just lowered. But the town won't have liked me doing that. If we just check in with the local authority, yep, they think I'm now very poor. So I will need to build some trees to make them like me again. Just drag a few trees out there. There we go, the rating's gone up to poor already, which is just good enough to be able to still build stations. There we go, the dock goes in there nicely. And the one more town I've got to build the dock in was the one a bit further away here. Rebrook Marsh gets its dock there. Now for the connection to come through here, you can see there's a little bit of land just in the way, so let's lower that down, make that work so the ships will be able to traverse through that little strait there. Now on to actually building the ships themselves. I'm going to plonk a ship depot down right in the middle of this lake because that's sort of the centre of operations of where things are happening. And we'll start just by building one hovercraft. And it's going to go to all of these docks in a fairly sort of random order, trying to keep the distances fairly decent as it goes. Over there needs connecting. Live down, that should be the last one, that's 7, that's right. And finally after that, back to the depot where it will get an unbunching order. So I'm going to build several of these ships, all doing the same thing. If I hold down control as I clone the ship, about 6 of them should do. Let's get all of them started. They're all going to be running close together at the moment, but once the unbunching instructions kick in, they'll spread themselves out and they'll be dotted around the lake. Right, mail ships now. I'm going to need to use the cargo ships, but they'll have to be refitted carry mail instead of the default, which is goods. There's the first one. I'm just going to make them go between the towns. Feedingstone can go to Finstoke Common. Another one. Mail. That can do Nanthead to Barbourne. And I can also then go over to Rebrook Marsh. Got quite a long route. Another one, make sure to refit to mail. That one's going to do Livertown to Little Drunbridge, and then also over to Rebrook Marsh. So we've got 2 ships going over to Rebrook Marsh, so it's quite far away. There we go, so those are going. Next thing I need to do is get some food connected because these will all need food to grow. Some of the smaller ones, like Barbourne here, yeah, even that needs food already actually, so let's get that done. The food processing plant's over here on the left. It's also not next to the lake yet, so we're going to try and get a dock over on the top edge of this train station, but the railway is then in the way, so the first thing I'll have to do is reroute this railway. I'm going to pause the game so I don't accidentally crash any trains whilst I'm doing this. So this will be the new way into the platform. The way out will come out alongside. We'll raise some land in the lake here. Luckily I've made lots of money so far with everything else I've already built, so I've got enough money to be just raising land out of the lake. Continue it in a straight line all the way over there. Vast expense. The rail bridges here, so the food ships will be passing under these rail bridges. And this end doesn't quite line up exactly, but that doesn't matter. There's quite a few trains in the way at the moment, so let's unpause and let them run past. Go. Pause it again. Got any other trains in the way? There's no trains in this section of track now, so actually I can delete this bit of line. And the new bit of line is in. That one connects in there. Can't quite delete all of this track yet until that train gets out of the way. There we are. Now this can be deleted as well. And just need to put the signals in. Okay, so that's the railway diverted. Now the water's going to come alongside this rail line now, all the way into there. We'll unpause it again so the water can gradually filter its way in. Whilst it's doing that, I'll just tell you about another little thing I did, because I realised I'm going to be taking a lot of food from this station now that I'll be servicing all of the towns on the lake. So I took the liberty of connecting up a fruit plantation and a farm from here, and another fruit plantation in the middle there. The trains are bringing that along this on the mostly already existing network, so there's loads of food going to be produced at this food processing plant now, hopefully enough to serve all of the ships and the trains that are already using it. Speed up the game so that the water filters all the way in, and once it gets there I'll be able to just build my dock on the end there. And I'll need somewhere for a ship depot, which I'm just going to build into the edge there. There we go. Right. New ships. We're going to have to use the cargo ship again, refitting it to food. Now all of them are going to need to go to this dock here and wait for a full load. So if I do that first with this ship, then I'll be able to clone it. I've got 7 towns, so I'll need 7 ships. Okay. Now just to send them to their destinations. So I'll just speed up the video while I do that. There we have it. All those food ships are now waiting for full loads. Hopefully all of the fruit plantations and farms that are connected to here will be enough eventually. Because they've all arrived here at the same time, they're going to have a little bit of a wait. But as they spread themselves out, that should all rectify itself and there'll be plenty of food to go around. So before too long, we'll start to see these towns starting to grow. We'll revisit at some point in a future video to have a look at that. But for now, that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.